The Philippines is an island nation in the western Pacific Ocean. As a result of the country's 7,000 tropical islands, the region has one of the world's longest combined coastlines. The Philippines is full of exciting things to see and do, from pristine beaches and magnificent natural wonders to interesting historic sites and beautiful coral reefs. Here is a look at some of the best places to visit in the Philippines. VIGAN. A trip to this northern Luzon town is like taking a trip back in time to the colonial era. Several things, including bees, wax, and gold, were carried to China for exotic Asian objects today. Horses move carts down cobblestone pathways, and dark timber mountains surround the sides as a reminder of the opulent life that many had in this colonial Spanish trading station at the time. The gun has two hearts, a retail area in the north and a business district in, but despite the magnificence from its trading past remaining, tourism is the port's major source of wealth. BOHOL. The little tarsier is the spokesmodel for the island of Bohol, which is close to Cebu and has enormous orange eyes and small fingers. This region is one of the few refuges for this little primate, a rare geological anomaly of the Chocolate Highlands. The region's distinctive mogul-like hills, which are the second attraction for tourists, are said to have been created by an enraged giant throwing boulders at the earth. Many visitors to the island, however, are there to take advantage of the region's world-class diving prospects. Manila. The chaotic capital of the Philippines, one of the world's most densely inhabited cities, might be a little difficult to fall in love with at first glance, but it is well worth your time to stick with it. Although its soaring towers and congested streets conceal it, the Spanish established several amazing and distinctive locations back in 1571. The city is situated on the shores of Manila Bay, and the Pasig River flows through it. The Pearl of the Orient, also known as Manila, is undoubtedly one of Asia's largest megacities. Modern shopping malls coexist peacefully with churches and cathedrals from the colonial era that are filled with hip bars and artisan markets with exciting nightlife. DONSOL. Previously, a tranquil fishing community, DONSOL, a coastal town, is now bustling with activity as scuba divers and snorkelers travel there to swim with the infamous whale sharks that can be found nearby. These gentle giants can grow to be 12 meters long, and swimming with them is truly an unforgettable experience. Despite the fact that there isn't much else to do or see in town, DONSOL is still a pleasant place to spend a few days. Numerous fantastic walks and bike excursions may be found nearby. Tagaytay. Tagaytay, which overlooks the beautiful Tile Lake, is one of the most visited towns in the Philippines by both tourists and locals. The town's cool mountain climate provides visitors with a welcome break from the clamor, heat, and humidity of nearby Manila. Because the town is surrounded by numerous hills and mountains, there is an abundance of beautiful scenery to take in, with the tall volcano being the undeniable highlight. Santiago Lighthouse at Punta. The shrine to Saint Anne with a big indigenous flower. CEBU. CEBU is an island province made up of the main island and 167 other islands. Cebu City, the province's capital, is the oldest city in the Philippines and is where the country's second international airport is located. With many of the same urban advantages, one advantage that Cebu has is the island of Matcan, which has a premier dive site and is just a short drive from an international airport. Another diving gem, the island and resorts of Malapascua, are about a 4-hour drive to the underdeveloped town of Maya and must then be accessed by boat. Siargao. Featuring its thick coconut plantations, O was shaped like a teardrop shark. The fundamental definition of paradise is a place with calm lagoons and white sand beaches. Fewer than 100,000 people live on this comparatively underdeveloped island, which lacks an airport. When you eventually dip your toes into its far-off sands, it will be all the more wonderful since it is difficult to reach. The Philippines surfing capital, Siargao, is renowned for having 15 well-known surfing locations. There are several chances for stand-up paddle boarding, snorkeling, and more, in addition to the renowned Cloud9 service schools and rental stores. Ifugao Rice Terraces. When visiting the gorgeous Ifugao Rice Terraces, which have been present on the island of Luzon for 2,000 years, photographers will want to bring plenty of memory cards with them. The most renowned terraces, which are located near the town of Banoy, were built to match the curves of the Cordillera mountain range. They were made by the Ifugao ethnic group without the aid of contemporary technology and are still used in death. Boracay. One of the most well-known islands in the Philippines, Boracay had to be shut down for 6 months to recover from the massive inflow of people. Now that it has reopened to travelers, it has a daily visitor cap. The pristine white beach on Boracay is the island's major draw. However, there are countless other little beaches and coves where you may indulge in activities like snorkeling and scuba diving as well as conceal. Palawan. Between the South China and Sulu Sea's Puerto Princesa, the Philippine province of Palawan runs over an archipelago from Mindoro to Borneo. The provincial capital of Coastlines Reefs, one of the top diving locations in the world, attracts divers who seek to investigate Japanese wreckage from World War II. El Nido, a hamlet sandwiched between tall limestone cast cliffs on a sunny day, is another well-liked destination.